Hi, my name is Larry Tackalo, and I worked with Aaron's Estate Sales back in November of 2020, and we had a 7,200 square foot, three-level, all finished walkout, and we had everything from camping equipment to firearms to an extensive wine collection, all kinds of Dom and Baccarat and Lalique, Thomasville furniture. I mean, we had such a wide array, but a significant number of items. We decided to have an estate sale because my wife of 50 years and I decided it was time to kind of wind things down a bit. And later this month, buying a 40-foot motor coach and taking our life on the road. That was kind of what started the whole thing of, how do we wind it down? When I started looking locally here, I had a kind of a path to how I wanted to do it this time. And I think a lot of people are inclined to just get on the internet and look for companies that say estate sale companies. And you find literally thousands purported to be from the area with vast experience. I took a different track. I decided to look for companies that were actually doing estate sales in the area to find how many people were doing estate sales and who were they using. And Aaron's Estate Sales came up so often, it wasn't even close. And I figured this is the company that I think we need to really talk to. I ended up getting a call that Shannon was going to be the salesperson. She arranged for an appointment. Again, this was during the height of the pandemic, back in September, October, when we first started chatting. She came out, as scheduled, right on time, and took the time and the interest to walk through and look at our home, look at the furnishings, look at the, decorations, just checked everything out. We sat down afterwards. She laid out, what the plan, would look like, what the cost sharing would be. She made sure that I had a clear and clean transition. I received a number of calls and emails, exchanges and text messages. She introduced me to Manny, who actually took charge of the sales event and staging and all the effort that went into that. They staged one of the bedrooms on the second floor with Christmas, and it looked like a holiday. I was stunned. So that gave me a really warm, fuzzy feeling that this was going to go even better than I ever had hoped or anticipated. And so, between Manny and then a team of guys that were doing all the moving and arranging and displaying, very, very impressive. And mine wasn't the only house you were doing. So that made me think, wow, did I make a good choice? I was under a time crunch with a buyer who he was expecting to move in literally the second day after the sales conclusion, which ran 3 days. And I mentioned earlier the concerns about, what do I do with anything left over after the sale? We went back the day after the sale, where I met with the buyer to show him around, and my wife and I showed up about 4 hours early, trying to be prepared to clean the place up. They left our house so clean. I'm still amazed. Everything was gone except about 5 or 6 items that somehow they realized were personal. And they put them in, pardon me, they put them aside for us, put them in a locked closet, and I was very pleased. I got a tear in my eye. So I had a great experience with, all of your team members, and so many things were just, important that you guys did. Would I recommend Aaron's estate sales to anybody? Have you not been listening? Of course I would. Seriously, I have told so many people, literally friends, relatives, business associates, colleagues, about what a fantastic experience it was. And let me give you the real wrap up. The real wrap up is I got my check in about 5 days after the sale was completed, but it wasn't just a check. It was a complete Excel spreadsheet of literally everything that was presented for sale, what it sold at, how the shares were determined. It was detailed. It was quickly delivered, and the check cleared. Yay! I think that one of the underlying thoughts as you make the determination, for whatever your reasons, as somebody that's getting ready to do an estate sale, the concern is you want to save as much as you can. You want to keep as much as is important to you, but you want to feel confident that the company that's going to really dispose of a lot of your life is reputable, trustworthy, and caring. And again, I'm not paid to do this, but Aaron's estate sales met all those criteria.